Hi guys. Well, I guess we're moving everything online, and I don't know what machines you have at home. So let's talk about some options here. If you have a PC, the best option for continuing to work on C Sharp during the break is to install Microsoft Visual Studio Community Edition, and then you will be able to do anything that you could have done at school. However, if you have a Mac, your options are limited. You can still there's a Visual Studio for Mac you can install. It does not have everything. However, it should be adequate for anything we're going to do um, online, certainly. Other options: if you don't have a Mac, you don't have a PC, so you have a Chromebook. That is it. All is not lost. If you just Google online C Sharp compiler, as I did here, you'll see that a bunch of things come up. I have tried both of these, .NET here and rextester.com. Both of these have online C Sharp compilers. So let's just go to the first one here. And I was just playing around there earlier. So you can see if I go to .NETFiddle.net, I have a window here where I can actually type in C Sharp code and run it up here. And if I can actually create an account and it'll save my code. So this is a way of testing your code before you submit it online. So what I'm going to do is put assignments online that'll ask you to do certain things, like the PDFs from class. I'm just going to modify them slightly, put them up online, and they'll say, write a program that does this. Well, how are you going to do that, right, if you don't have a Mac or a PC, or you can't get Visual Studio installed or whatever? Then you just search online C Sharp compiler, go to one of these websites, and you should be able to get up and running pretty quickly. So you can see if I run this here, you can see down at the bottom it says hello world, right? And what if I can go in here and I can type I is less than 10, semicolon I plus plus. So that's a for loop in C Sharp that's going to run 10 times. And now let me run that, and you can see it prints out hello world 10 times. So that's one of the options right there. So you can write code, just not lots of it easily. And let's try one of the other ones here and see what that's like. So if I went back to my search results and I went into this rextester, you can see it does pretty much the same thing. If I run it, where does it give me its output? Working. Okay, so there, hello world down there. So it printed it out down at the bottom. So you could write your code in this in this program here, or you can modify anything in here to do whatever you need it to do. Now, you notice here that we've got a bunch more using statements than in .NET Fiddle. So it looks like this is a more robust compiler in that it has more of the third-party libraries. I don't know how much that's going to be an issue for what we're doing. So also, this thing seems to have better auto completing than some of the other options. So, well, I mean, just try something here. Object O equals new object O dot. So yeah, you can see it's auto-completing there. I do still get some IntelliSense. So the rextester may be the better option. I'm not saying to use one over the other. It just seems like the rextester's got a little bit more, or a few more libraries that you can import, and it has the IntelliSense, which will help you write the code as well. It does not appear though that the code snippets work. So I can't type the word for, hit tab twice, and have it stub out the whole for loop for me. If tab, yeah, it just doesn't work. So we are losing functionality. This is not nearly as good as Visual Studio. However, it is certainly workable. So any activities that require you to make a program, you can write your program inside of here, test it, and then once it's good to go, you can just copy and paste all your code like this and paste it into the quiz question, which is how you're going to submit the assignments. So if I pop over here, let's just look at one of these assignments here, and we'll see if I can get it open. Or here's one. Okay, so here's the Fibonacci numbers. One. So this is modeled as a quiz assignment, so it'll say see the attached Google Doc, and then Here's the Google Doc that explains what you need to do, and then submit Fibonacci numbers. That's a quiz that where you can paste the code that is needed to meet this assignment. So that's how we're going to be submitting code. We're not going to be zipping solution files and uploading them, because I don't know who has what at home, and if you don't have Visual Studio, then there won't be a solution file. But nothing that we do online is going to be so complicated that you really need a solution file. Anything that we're going to do online during our break here, I don't want to call it a break, but while we're under quarantine, is you can certainly get it done inside of one of these online code editors. So I hope that helps. Even though I'm really happy we have this. If we didn't have this, we'd be just totally dead in the water. But at least we can keep going to some degree. All right, so there we go. That's how we're going to get our code written if you don't have Visual Studio for Mac or PC, or you're just working on a Raspberry Pi or a Chromebook. So we're still good to go. And if you have any questions on how to do the assignments, how to get them working, just email me through Google Classroom, and I will try to answer any questions that people have. And if more than one person has the same question, then I'll post the response to the entire class. But you may know more about Google Classroom than I do. I don't know much. I'm learning as I go. Well, it's going to be a work in progress, and we'll figure it out, and we'll all get through it. So I don't know. I guess I'll see you online for the next couple of weeks.